Hi, I'm Gino. Do you wonder how serious household debt is in the United States? Today we will dive deep into this topic with real data, official charts, and daily real-life examples. Let's start with the overall household debt trend first. Back in 2019, before the pandemic, U.S. household debt was $14.2 trillion. By 2026, the total balance has climbed all the way to $18.8 trillion. It has increased by $4.6 trillion in just 7 years. Next, take a quick look at the overall debt composition pie chart at the center. Mortgages take up 70% of all household debt. Auto loans and student loans each account for 9%. Credit card debt alone reaches $1.25 trillion, making up 7% of the total national household debt. Now let's move to the age group chart. Debt structures are totally different for each generation. First, let's talk about young adults aged 18 to 29. This group has the most special debt structure. Student loans account for nearly 30%, the highest among all age groups. Mortgages take up around 40%, much lower than middle-aged people. Auto loans reach nearly 20%, which is the highest across all ages. Credit card debt is about 6%. Hardly anyone here has home equity loans. To sum up, this group mainly carries student loans, car loans, small mortgages, and credit card bills. They have the lowest housing-related debt, and education debt is their biggest feature. Second, people from 30 to 39. Their student loans drop sharply to around 10%. Mortgages jump to nearly 70% and become their main debt. Auto loans and credit card debt both go down, obviously. Home equity loans are still rare in this group. In short, most people in this stage start to buy houses. Their debt focus shifts from education loans to housing loans, while consumption loans gradually decrease. Third, the 40 to 49 age group. Their mortgage ratio hits the peak, close to 80%. Only a tiny part of their debt comes from student loans, mostly for their children. Home equity loans first appear in this group. Car loans and credit card debt keep falling slightly. Simply put, this is the peak period for housing debt. Education debt almost disappears from their daily finances. Fourth, people aged 50 to 59. Their mortgage ratio drops a little, but still stays near 85%. More people start to use home equity loans. Student loans keep shrinking, and car loans plus credit cards remain at a low level. Generally speaking, they are still mainly paying mortgages. Meanwhile, more families choose home equity financing. Fifth, pre-retirees aged 60 to 69. Mortgage ratios keep going down, while home equity loans become an important way to get funds. Student loans almost disappear completely. Car loans and credit card debt stay stable. To conclude, they gradually pay off mortgages and no longer have the pressure of education debt. Last, seniors over 70 years old. Mortgages are still their top debt, but the proportion is the lowest among elderly groups. Home equity loans reach the highest level nationwide, and many seniors use them for daily cash flow. All student loans are fully paid off. Auto loans drop to the lowest level. Credit card debt rises a little, and other types of debt also increase slightly. In summary, their main housing loans are gradually cleared. Home equity loans become their major housing-related debt, and consumption debt takes a small rise. We swipe cards for lattes, bubble tea, new clothes, electronics, and weekend trips every single day. These tiny daily costs pile up month after month and turn into heavy long-term debt over time. Are you also troubled by messy mixed loans and totally confused about the right repayment sequence? Today I will share a complete, step-by-step guide to pay off all your debt efficiently. Do you think all debts are the same? Definitely not. We can divide all debt into two major types, high interest and low interest debt. First, let's talk about high interest debt, primarily credit card balances. When do we use credit cards the most? We use them for morning coffee, takeout food, clothing, cosmetics, and mobile phones. We also pay for parties, concerts, and short weekend trips with cards. Here is a crucial question. What if you only pay the minimum amount each month? According to Federal Reserve data, the average credit card APR is over 20%. The interest will compound month after month, and your debt will grow faster and faster. Now let's look at low-interest debt. This mainly refers to home mortgages and auto loans. Most people buy a house or a car with long-term installment plans. Do these loans bring huge pressure to your life? Actually, their interest rates are very low, and the monthly payment is fixed. They are stable long-term commitments, not risky debt traps. So, facing different kinds of debt, what is the best repayment order? I will share 4 actionable steps with real-life examples. Step 1. Pay off high-interest credit card debt first. Guess which debt we need to settle first? The answer is credit card debt without any doubt. Think about all the daily consumption on cards, drinks, meals, and gadgets. All of these come with high compound interest. Why can't we delay repayment? Every single day you wait adds more interest fees. Clear credit card bills as soon as possible to stop the debt from expanding. Step 2. Settle small scattered bills and installments. After paying off credit cards, what is the next move? We deal with all small installments one by one. For example, installment plans for sneakers, watches, or small home appliances. Some people also take small loans for travel or holiday shopping. These amounts are not large, so you can pay them off quickly. Have you ever finished a small bill and felt relaxed? Clearing these tiny debts will build up your confidence for long-term repayment. Step 3. Repay medium-rate personal loans. What shall we do after all small bills are gone? Next, we focus on personal loans with medium interest rates. What do people usually borrow this money for? It is widely used for daily cash turnover, medical expenses, and home repairs. Many people use it to combine several small debts into one single payment. Have you ever borrowed money to cover unexpected living costs? Set a fixed budget every month and make steady payments on schedule. Step 4. Keep paying long-term car and home loans normally. Finally, let's talk about mortgages and auto loans. Do we need to pay them off ahead of time? They are long-term plans with very low interest rates. Using all your savings for early repayment is not a wise choice. Just follow the original contract and pay the monthly installment regularly. It will not affect your normal life and daily consumption. When paying off debts, many people fall into similar traps. Let's talk about them in detail. Trap 1. Use one credit card to pay off another card. Have you ever done this? Many young people overspend on clothes, games, and social parties. When one card is maxed out, they apply for a new card to make the payment. It seems to solve the urgent problem temporarily. But what is the final result? Your total debt keeps rising, and interest piles up on multiple cards. Slowly, you will be trapped in an endless debt cycle. This is the most common and dangerous mistake for people of all ages. Trap 2. Empty all savings to pay off long-term loans in advance. Some people hate carrying debt, so they use every penny to pay off mortgages or car loans. They want to live debt-free as soon as possible. But life is full of unexpected situations. What if you get sick, your car breaks down, or your home needs urgent repair? Without any savings, you have to borrow money again to deal with emergencies. Even daily costs like buying coffee or groceries will make you anxious. You just get rid of old debt but create new debt immediately. Never cut off your emergency funds for early repayment. Trap 3. Blindly open multiple installment plans. Here is another easy-to-miss pitfall. Many merchants offer zero-interest installments for phones, furniture, and travel. People sign up easily without calculating their total repayment pressure. Several small installments add up to a heavy monthly burden. Before you know it, your salary is all used for repayment. This kind of blind consumption is also a big hidden trouble. Want to get out of debt steadily and avoid new risks? I will share 6 practical, actionable tips from real life. Tip 1. Keep a detailed daily spending record. Do you track where your money goes? Write down every expense: coffee, takeout, clothes, and entertainment. After 1 week, you will clearly see your unnecessary spending. Cut down those useless costs first, and you will have more money for repayment. Tip 2. Reserve a fixed emergency fund. Set aside 3 to 6 months of living expenses as emergency savings. Do not touch this money for consumption or early repayment. It is your safety net when accidents happen. Tip 3. Make a clear monthly repayment schedule. List all debts, amounts, and due dates on a calendar. Arrange repayment funds in advance to avoid overdue fees. Overdue records will damage your credit and bring extra charges. Tip 4. Control impulsive consumption strictly. When you want to buy new clothes or new gadgets, pause for 24 hours. Most impulsive desires will fade away after one day. Reduce unnecessary dinners, parties, and blind online shopping. Tip 5. No new installments during debt repayment. While paying off old debt, refuse all new installment plans. Don't be attracted by so-called zero-interest activities. Prevent your debt from continuing to grow. Tip 6. Increase your income properly. If repayment pressure is too high, try part-time jobs or side hustles. Use spare time to earn extra money to speed up debt clearance. More income is the most effective way to reduce pressure. After learning all these methods, many of you may have small questions. Let me answer the most common ones one by one. First question, should I use all year-end bonus to pay debt? You can use most of the bonus for repayment, but remember to keep a small part as emergency fund. Second question, is zero-interest installment totally safe? Most official zero-interest plans are reliable, but you still need to watch out for hidden service fees. Third question, what if I cannot even afford the minimum payment? In this case, cut all non-essential spending right away and try your best to increase your income as soon as possible. I hope these answers can clear up your confusion. Now let's review all the key points we have learned today. First, we learned about U.S. household debt data and debt situations across different ages. Second, we distinguished high-interest debt and low-interest debt clearly. Third, we mastered the 4-step scientific repayment order. Fourth, we summed up common debt traps, practical tips, and answers to frequent questions. Debt is extremely common in modern life. It does not have to be a trouble as long as you manage it properly. Do you have a clearer plan for your own debt now? If this video helps you, please subscribe to my channel. I share practical life and financial knowledge every week. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.